Mokami! Bacha! Bacha! Rumai! Rumai! Chochopak! Chochopak! Kaigi Mari Taika! Kaigi Mari Buffalo! Sama! Kako kau! Ifai mafai! Sama! Makukikoya sa valley!
Ayos ka soma! Sao!
Samoan culture is about family. It's about community. It's about respect. And for me, it's about fa'amuamualeatua, putting God first. My desire is to help others see the best in themselves. I want my family to never be afraid to take those risks and for them to make an impact and a difference in our communities. And when I see people live out their God-given potential, I'm always motivated by that. God has shown his way of saying, you know, Fia, I'm not through with you. I was at the verge of giving up, just literally giving up. And I stopped by at a park. I started sobbing. You start reflecting on how life isn't fair. And I thank God that he gave me a chance to live such an incredible life that there's so much, you know, to experience. And Jeremiah 29:11 is one of my all-time life-saving passage, you know, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future. And so I've held on to that passage for as long as I could remember. When I was growing up, I never understood it, what it meant, but going through all the trials and the tribulations of life has really taught me to look at it as a way of motivation and a way of really trusting God, that no matter what you're going through in life, you can trust God even in the midst of troubles, trials, challenges, because he is faithful. Where I am now, I feel that God has honored so much desire that my heart longs to see happen in our community, and just the heart to serve. I said, Lord, just use me in however way that you see fit. This word keeps coming up, beyond. Go beyond the church walls. And I just heard this voice saying, you need to go out and be the church for the community. So I just felt so inspired and so impressed upon to go out and experience God in the community.
3, 2, and 1. Happy shopping, everyone!
We are part of a nonprofit called Lend a Hand Community Outreach. Our mission is to distribute food and help serve family who are in need.
The people that we work with here at Lend a Hand, it's a team. We're family. We look out for one another, and seeing the smiles on everybody's face when they come through every week and get the food that they need that they couldn't afford otherwise, just, it melts my heart.
We would have mothers that would shed tears while picking up the food, and they said, thank you so much, because you have no idea how it's been a struggle. Or my husband just lost his job. We're trying to make ends meet. Or paycheck doesn't come in until the following week. And so they're just at the verge, right? But that right there not only has impacted me personally, but it has also motivated me and encouraged me to keep doing what I love to do.
I was a single mom 25 years ago, and when things were hard, I was grateful for resources in the community. And so I'm excited to share our resources to other people who are in need, and I'm blessed to be a part of this.
We had to find ways on how to generate income to support our nonprofit. So everything just sort of came together by mobilizing the Arts of Love. We were starting to ask people that if they wanted to donate some painting, some items that we can help to sell so that we can generate income to support the charity work that we were doing in the community. So that's the whole interaction of Lend a Hand Community Outreach and Arts of Love. We have a wide range of unique artists that brings in different things that they design, that they make. It's such a beautiful thing to see all these people from different countries, from different cultures, and you get to serve them. They see not just the Polynesian items, but they also see Filipino garments, Hawaiian accessories, and things like that. As they walk through the doors, we say aloha, ta alofa. And although sometimes they may not know what it means, but you start interacting with them and you start having conversations. And so to us, like, it's important. We've had experiences where people came and they just didn't have a good day. People get to come from all different parts of the world, and they walk here and they see something that it reminds them of home, and they walk out, they forget about their bad day. That, I think, sometimes we take for granted. That's art of love. It's much more than just a drawing on a paper. It's much more than just a picture on a canvas. It's just really seeing art beyond the drawing. I got married at a pretty young age. I was in my 20s, and although it had its beautiful moments, there were still a lot of things that I was recovering and healing from in the past, and it affected my marriage. I was not at a good mental state. It was really hard to see God in it, and it kept me isolated from a lot of people that I love. I was ready to call it quits. Growing up, my mom always prayed for my siblings and I would hear the words, use them in a mighty and special way. And so I remember when I literally broke down in tears and pleading for God to help save my marriage. After that moment of just really letting go, I felt this warmth embrace and this small still voice saying, go back to your husband. It's not over. It's what kept me going. And it's what kept both my husband and I going.
We never know what our families are going through, and we want to be there to support them. There's no other way to do things on your own. We always have the Lord, but what about being together as a family, as a unity, as volunteers, people from all different from walks of life, just making a difference in this world.
It inspires me, and it motivates me even more to know that I can take my faith anywhere I go, whatever I do, it didn't matter. It is never easy, but there's unity in the word community. So I use that as something to remind me that I don't get to do life alone. It takes a community to raise a community, because there's no way one person can do it. And I believe that when we work together as a community, we do great things together. I feel like we've accomplished so much, and these are great memories that we can look back and say, man, 8 years later, here we are still doing what we love to do.